welcome back for another video. If you're new here, my name's Ollie and I'm a London cabbie. You join me today on a Wednesday afternoon as we're in London to do our taxi shift for this afternoon and this evening. Just had a ping go off on one of the apps, Threadneedle Street going over to Chelsea, so we've taken that. It's a nice job to start us off. So just on our way there now, only about 2 minutes away. We'll get a customer on board and hopefully we'll carry on turning them over. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the video. Thank you. So once the customers are on board from Threadneedle Street, we get a right turn onto Old Broad Street. We just want to get onto London Wall and get on the faster roads as quick as possible. So from London Wall, we'll pass the junction of Moorgate, continuing west along London Wall until we get to Aldersgate Rotunda. From Aldersgate Rotunda, we're going to take the first exit, turning left onto Aldersgate Street and then passing the Postman's Park on our right hand side, going forward onto St Martin's Le Grand. We get a right turn onto Newgate Street. And as we cross over the junction of Old Bailey, we go forward onto Holborn Viaduct. From Holborn Circus, we'll leave by travelling again west, headed forward onto Holborn. And as we pass Grazing Road on our right and Chancery Lane on our left, we'll go forward onto High Holborn. I always worry coming along High Holborn, you've got the new road layout which has been implemented by Camden Council. We've got a little bit of a bus lane here where we can skip a bit of traffic, but then we're all forced into one lane so that the 4 or 5 cyclists today that do use it have their own little safe space. But either way, we get through on the second set of green lights and we travel ahead onto High Holborn. Now we're just keeping it super simple. From High Holborn, we're going past the Princess Louise on our left and My Old Dutch pancake restaurant. We'll just continue ahead on High Holborn till we get to Prince's Circus. As we go past the Oasis Leisure Centre on our left hand side at Prince's Circus, we'll continue ahead onto St Giles High Street. Now traffic's absolutely solid here trying to get the right turn. Traffic lights only let 2 or 3 vehicles turn left onto New Oxford Street, and then again it's going to be absolutely solid all the way up to Oxford Circus. So we sit here a moment or two, have a quick discussion with a customer, and we decide to use Denmark Street. Now from here we're forced right onto Charing Cross Road. You can't turn left onto Oxford Street here, and if you was to go ahead onto Tottenham Court Road and U-turn, you're not allowed to turn right. However, as you see at St Giles Circus, we do a quick U-turn and that way we can head west back along Oxford Street and we skip the massive queue of traffic on Earnshaw Street and New Oxford Street. Now as you're seeing, traffic's really heavy along Oxford Street travelling west, so we do what we used to call on the knowledge. We get a taxi only right turn onto Berners Street, a left East Castle Street and then a right onto Great Titchfield Street. This lets us get the left onto Margaret Street. From Margaret Street we'll cross Regent Street and continue on Margaret Street towards Cavendish Square. We'll comply Cavendish Square passing John Lewis back door on our left and leave by Henrietta Place. Now we was going to get a right onto Wimpole Street, but again the traffic's really heavy there, so we did a right onto Marylebone Lane, passing the Bowtree Hotel, and then the left onto Wigmore Street. From Wigmore Street we did a right onto Mandeville Place, and then go forward onto Thayer Street. So from Thayer Street it's a left onto George Street and a right onto Manchester Street. There is a short wait here, it's a bit of a wait and then continue job, so we wait here, we're happy, the meter's ticking over still. Once they're in, after a short wait of time with the meter ticking over, we continue on our way. From Manchester Street we did a left onto Dorset Street, left onto Baker Street and then a right onto Blandford Street. Now some of you may not be aware, but if we were to use the next road down, which was George Street, you're not actually allowed to turn left onto Gloucester Place. So always use Blandford Street, or if you get as far as George Street, take the next one, which is Portman Close. From Gloucester Place we go forward Portman Square, forward Portman Street, and then we do the forced right onto Oxford Street. Go past Primark, and when we get to Marble Arch we'll turn left onto Park Lane. Now for those that are unaware and don't travel around London too often or come to London at all, this dual carriageway you see, which has 4 lanes of traffic, is still 20 miles an hour. It used to be a 40 mile an hour road. Over the last few years, like most of London, it has changed, so we're now on a 20 mile an hour dual carriageway of 4 lanes of traffic southbound. At the south end of Park Lane, when we get to Higher Park Corner, we'll turn left there. We'll bear right Duke of Wellington Place, and then we're right onto Grosvenor Place. We'll pass one of the entrances to the new Peninsula Hotel on our left, and then get the left onto Grosvenor Crescent. As we go past the drivable entrance to the Peninsula Hotel, continue heading southwest and get to Belgrave Square. And from Belgrave Square we'll leave by Upper Belgrave Street. Now to skip all the traffic lights on Eaton Square, we'll do the right and then the left at the end onto Eaton Place. We will take the very first right onto West Eaton Place. As you force left Eaton Terrace, we'll cross over the junction of Eaton Gate and Cliveden Place and continue south on Eaton Terrace. This means we can skip the traffic lights again at Sloane Square. From Eaton Terrace we'll right onto Chester Row and then go forward onto Whitaker Street. We'll left Holbein Place, right Holbein Mews and then left onto Lower Sloane Street. We'll take the very first right onto Turks Row, right Franklin's Row and then left onto St Leonard's Terrace, going around the northeast corner of Burton Court. From St Leonard's Terrace we'll go forward Tedworth Square, forward Tedworth Gardens and then forward onto Reedsdale Street. From Reedsdale Street we'll cross the junction of Flood Street onto Alpha Place, left Chelsea Manor Street, and as we go forward onto Cheney Gardens we'll set a customer down on the right hand side. That's job number 1 done. Yeah, that was alright. Bit of waiting time in the middle there, but meter's still ticking over so we can't complain. As we dropped off, just had an app request from Lister Hospital. It's only around the corner, it's 2 minutes away, so we took that. Just driving there now, just a little bit of traffic at the traffic lights. Just over to Prince of Wales Drive, just the other side of Chelsea Bridge. So yeah, nice quick job hopefully. Get this one out and then hopefully get number 3 in the seat soon. So we've got customer number 2 on board from the Lister Hospital. And we're just off to Prince of Wales Drive, Battersea, just south of Chelsea Bridge, a nice quick job. So once they're in, we'll travel south on Chelsea Bridge Road. We'll cross the junction of Chelsea Embankment and Grosvenor Road and go forward onto Chelsea Bridge. As we go past the Chelsea Burger van on our left, we go forward onto Queenstown Road, passing Sopwith Way and then the Pastana Chelsea Hotel on our left hand side. As we get to the Shell petrol garage, we'll comply Queen Circus, leave our Prince of Wales drive, and then we'll set a customer down on the left hand side. Nice quick job, number 2's out of the way, on to the next one. So after dropping our second customer off, we'll do a quick U-turn and head back in towards the centre of London. As we comply Queen Circus, you see the Shell garage in front of us. A couple of hands go up on our near side, we're into job number 3. This one's just another quick job, we're off to Victoria train station. So once they're in, we'll comply Queen Circus, leave by travelling north up Queenstown Road, again passing the Chelsea Burger on our right, then we'll go forward onto Chelsea Bridge. Now for Victoria Station you have a few options. You can, from Chelsea Bridge, get a right onto Grosvenor Road, chop it up through Pimlico and come in via Gillingham Street and Wilton Road. But I have a quick discussion with the passengers and they're happy to be dropped off on Buckingham Palace Road. So from Chelsea Bridge we'll go forward Chelsea Bridge Road and then get a right onto Ebury Bridge Road. From Ebury Bridge Road, it's a forward Buckingham Palace Road, and as we sit in a bit of traffic behind the old red London bus, we just let our customers out. Job number 3 done, they're on their way, we're looking for job number 4. That's jobs number 2 and 3 done. Yeah, nice, always nice to get 2 on the spin, so that sorted us right out. Only 2 short jobs, but there you go. Just have a quick look at the other side of Victoria now, see if we have any luck there. Bit of traffic though, so hopefully we get number 4 in the seat soon, keep them ticking over nicely. So we decided to park up on the Wilton Road taxi rank. This is the one by the Park Plaza Victoria. You've got the Wetherspoons pub just behind, you can use the facilities in there. When we come back to the cab, there's a customer waiting by the side door, they want to jump in. Now from where we are, we're not going to ask them to cross the traffic lights, walk all the way up to the Wicked Theatre and then get a cab from there. Technically we're now on point, we can pick up the customer. So we get them in and they want to go to Randolph Avenue. So we do the U-turn on Wilton Road, travel north up the taxi and bus only gate. Do the right and then left onto Victoria Street, we will go forward onto Grosvenor Gardens. From Grosvenor Gardens, we'll bear right and then go forward onto Grosvenor Place, travelling north towards Hyde Park Corner. Now the bus lane helps us out a little bit here, just to skip a bit of the traffic and the usual carnage you've got just before you hit the further carnage around Hyde Park Corner itself. Now if you don't drive around London too often, or you haven't driven in London in the past, if you ever find yourself at this junction, you've got to have your eyes in the back of your head. Everyone's in the wrong lane, everyone's trying to go the exact opposite way as everybody else, so you just got to fight your way through. If there's a gap, unfortunately you just got to take it. We squeeze our way through. We know as soon as we get the left turn here onto Park Lane, there is a bus lane here, and hopefully we'll get to skip a bit more of the traffic. The only downside is buses use this bus lane, and since they put the new layout in, there isn't actually a lay-by for the bus to pull in. So when they decide to pick up customers, everybody has to wait. Now to skip a bit of the carnage behind us, we decided to nip over to lane 3. As you see, there's a long line of buses there, all waiting to pick up customers. We're going to be there ages. Fight our way back through, get back into the bus lane, keep the wheels turning, keep us earning, travelling north up Park Lane. At the top of Park Lane, when we get to Speaker's Corner, we'll do the false left onto Cumberland Gate. Follow it round and get the right onto Marble Arch, where from here we'll get the left onto Edgware Road. As we get the left onto Edgware Road, traffic seems relatively light, seems like a nice surprise. Normally it's a bit of a racetrack up here, everyone's trying to one-up each other and cut each other up. But yeah, we seem to be moving pretty well, no complaints. Now for Randolph Avenue we've got a couple of options. We can continue ahead travelling up North Edgware Road, or we can use Harrow Road, get Warwick Avenue and wiggle our way round that way. Now we decided to keep it super simple. From Edgware Road, we'll cross underneath Marylebone flyover travelling north up Edgware Road. As we go past the Leville restaurant on Edgware Road just before Maida Vale, we'll get the left onto Blomfield Road. Now for Randolph Avenue we was going to use Clifton Road and then get a right onto Randolph Avenue. But yesterday we was here and it was closed. Customer assures us that if we use Randolph Crescent we can get ahead of the road closure. Unfortunately the customer was wrong. The road closure was more south and below Randolph Crescent yesterday, but they've moved it up and it's at the junction of Sutherland Avenue. So once we do a U-turn on Randolph Avenue we come back down, get a right turn onto Randolph Crescent and then a right onto Clifton Gardens. We do the right onto Warwick Avenue, right onto Warrington Crescent and then a left back onto Warrington Crescent. From here we'll comply the roundabout leave by Sutherland Avenue, left Randolph Avenue ahead of the road closure, then we'll set a customer down on the left hand side. Now in hindsight if I'd have known it may have been quicker to use Harrow Road and then Warwick Avenue and travel north. But either way we did have the discussion with the customer en route, they was happy and yeah that's the way it worked out in the end. It takes us a while to get into another job. It's not until we get back to Marylebone High Street by Fishworks restaurant do we get a hand go up and we're into another job. This one's off to Liverpool Road, Islington. Now at the time of recording this there was roadworks all around Euston Road and Marylebone High Street, so we decided to do a U-turn and then get the left onto Weymouth Street. From Weymouth Street, we'll right Great Portland Street, left Clipstone Street. We'll left Cleveland Street, right Maple Street and then go forward onto University Street. Now to skip the traffic on Gower Street, from University Street we'll right onto Huntley Street, passing the Macmillan Cancer Centre. And at the very bottom we'll do the left onto Cheney Street. From Cheney Street we'll get the left onto Gower Street to get the right Torrington Place. Sounds a bit balmy but this will skip quite a lot of the traffic on Gower Street southbound, so our roadworks a bit further down by Bedford Square. From Torrington Place we'll go forward Bing Place and then forward onto Gordon Square. From Gordon Square we'll go forward Tavistock Square, crossing the junction of Woburn Place and then forward onto Tavistock Place. We'll cross the junction of Judge Street, continuing on Tavistock Place, going forward onto Regent Square and then forward onto Sidmouth Street. From Sidmouth Street it's a left onto Gray's Inn Road, and then we're going to cut it up a little bit again. We're going to turn right onto Britannia Street, right King's Cross Road, left Western Rise and then a right onto Pentonville Road. At quieter times of the day you'd more than likely just jump on Euston Road, Pentonville Road straight away, but the traffic's absolutely horrendous this time of the day, and this cut up as you see kept the wheels turning the entire time. Pentonville Road's very heavy, so we get a left onto Penton Street, then from Penton Street we'll get a right onto Tulpuddle Street. As we pass the Sainsbury's You may not be aware, especially knowledge students, you're not allowed to turn right onto Liverpool Road. One of those strange ones where you have to turn left. It doesn't affect us, we are going north, so we want to turn left, but just bear that in mind if you're out on the knowledge. We'll get a false left onto Liverpool Road, travelling north, passing the famous Gibson Square on our right hand side. As we continue heading north up Liverpool Road, we'll just set our customer down on the right hand side. As we're dropping our customer off at Liverpool Road, we get an app request straight away from Chillingworth Road. We decide to take it. We know we're probably not going to get a street hail nearby. We just want to get another bum in a seat as quick as we can. We're quite happy. This one's quite a nice job. It's going all the way over to Wapping. So once we're in, we get the U-turn and then start travelling south on Liverpool Road. From Liverpool Road, we get the left onto Islington Park Street, go forward Canonbury Lane and then forward onto Canonbury Square. From Canonbury Square, we'll do the right onto Canonbury Road, travelling past Essex Road Station on our right, and then continue heading south, travelling forward onto New North Road. There's quite a nice slog across north to East London, so we do check the traffic, make sure we are going to keep the wheels turning as quick as we can. Any jobs like this, obviously we've called it thousands of times as a knowledge student, but you do want to check, you don't want to get stuck in traffic unnecessarily. Either way, we'll travel south along New North Road, then go forward onto East Road. We'll go forward into St Agnes Well or the Old Street Junction. We'll leave by taking the first exit onto Old Street and then we'll bear right onto Great Eastern Street. And from Great Eastern Street we're just going to go forward Commercial Street, keep heading south east as quick as we can to head us towards the Wapping in the correct direction. Now for Wapping itself, there's only one way to go from here really. Commercial Street, we'll cross the junction of Whitechapel High Street and Whitechapel Road and we'll just go forward onto Lehman Street. For Lehman Street, we'll just continue heading south all the way down, and as we go underneath the railway bridge, that's Dock Street, we'll then get the left afterwards, passing the Wombats Hostel on our left onto the highway. This one will be the last customer of this video. Just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you have got this far already, it's really appreciated. If you have liked what you've seen and you'd like to see more of this in future videos, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have liked this video, please hit the thumbs up button as well, it really does help out. As a quick side note, as we pass in the new Jet garage on our right hand side, if you are driving in and around London, that's one of the cheapest petrol garages around. It is just outside the congestion charging zone as well, which may help a few. Back to the run from the highway, we get a right onto Garnet Street. If we travel south on Garnet Street, we'll get a left onto the private road and then set a customer down. Thanks again for watching, it's really appreciated. Thank you. Until next time, be lucky.